What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So we have a Dragon Ball drawing for you today. We got Goku Ultra Instinct. So this is that cool pose he did when he was fighting Jiren. I have never drawn it. When I started this channel, I did a Goku one of this Ultra Instinct. But obviously it was one, I think it was like in the first 10 videos I did, and it was bad. It was alright, but you know, I thought it might be good to do this sort of cool pose, right? So he's looking over his shoulder, like, so we can see his back, and he's like staring at us this way, and he looks really intense. It's really cool. So I want to draw it, so I'm going to draw it. Let's go. I'm on landscape paper. Use a pencil and an eraser. Hit pause if I go too fast. Sketch it out lightly, and do your ink afterwards. That's what I recommend for these types of things. Okay, so I'm going to start with his nose. Okay, so center point. My page is about here, right? The horizontal line is about here. So I'm going to come over and I'm going to come down a little bit just over on this left hand side of my page. And I'm going to start his nose, right? So you want to start with this sort of L shape. So it comes out, curves in, and back in then to here. So it's like an L or a 7 upside down, okay? And then this comes up, and you have a Z then. So this is his brow, and then the brow comes up this way. Real long, this one. I think it's a bit longer than that, but I'll just leave it there until we do the hair, right? So on his nose, I'm going to just add the shadow while I'm here. So it just goes up and then kind of around into here, okay? So if you know where the brow is, you know where the eyebrow is, right? Because brow, eyebrow, they are related, right? So this comes down here for the start of his eyebrow. And then it's going to curve around, go up this direction, down to there. Now, this goes underneath his hair, so you don't see the whole thing, right? But we'll just pretend like we do. So it goes like diagonal and then around, down like so, then into that eyebrow line just there. Now this is black eyebrow because he's not mastered Ultra Instinct, so we can color it black. All right, and then just like an extra sort of frown line here and a brow line just coming up this way, right? Just some extra sort of lines like that. And then his eye. So square Dragon Ball eye, short line, long line, like so. And then you join those together. Kind of curved line like that. So his eye, he's looking back over his shoulder, right? So we've got this half circle or semicircle just in the corner. Like that. Then his pupil, same thing. Right, looking over his shoulder. And then we got the cheek marks that Dragon Ball characters have. Just there underneath his cheek. And then we finish the rest of the face. So his top lip comes out here, comes in, back out. Like so, Dragon Ball characters' mouths are real close to their nose, right? Bottom lip comes out that way. And then it goes down to his chin. So pretty long sort of chin area here. And then his mouth, like his actual lips where they meet here, comes down like that. So he looks real serious. And there might be a bit of a shadow underneath his lip, just there. So his chin, change direction here, goes in. And then we change direction again, go around for his throat sort of area. So it goes underneath here. Right. because we can see his jaw and his neck, right? You got to do another line. So coming from his chin here, goes diagonal, and then it'll go up for the jaw on the side there like that. He's a neckline that comes down then here, neck muscle sort of line, and another one behind it here, and this will go behind his t-shirt then. So just up here, we can see his ear lobe, right? So his ear is oddly shaped because we're looking at it from the side. So we don't usually draw ears like this on this channel. So it's a bit different, but we'll give it a go. So we go out and around like this, right? Because we can kind of see the back of his ear, so it's a bit strange. So we go curve it, that's his earlobe, right? And then you have another line for the inner ear or the side of his ear just there. And then another line for the inside of the ear there. And so then we can actually see the back of his ear where it touches his head there. And then the side of the top of his ear there like that. So that's actually pretty complicated to get that sort of looking accurate. So pause it there and take your time. Right, so we'll move on and do his fringe and his hair. So coming out here, we have Goku has 4 hair spikes on his fringe, right? So it goes down like this, up to there. Next one, down to there. And then we go up past his eyebrow. Now this one goes over his eyebrow, okay, like that. And then comes into his hairline, right? And we'll just draw his hairline in while we're here. So it goes in, and comes around to his forehead, like that. And the other side of that hair spike goes up, around, down into there. You can see the line for this one going into that one there. Then next hair spike goes out, down. This comes out pretty far, so it comes out to about there, curves down to there, and then goes back in towards the forehead, like so, and then we've a line that goes into there. So there's another hairline just on the opposite side of his head, so it's like these hair spikes start to stick out that way then. And the 4th fringe line comes out here, down, back in, like so. Okay, so the hair, that big hair spikes that go up around the back of his head and stuff like that. So the line comes down that way. And then we can see this coming across the back of his neck, right? So this comes like there. And his neck will come down here. So real muscular, thick neck, okay? And then hair spike comes out here. And it will go up this direction, like so. There, and then it goes back in. So pretty sort of horizontal kind of into there. And then we have the round part of Goku's head, right? So it like curves down here. Like that. And then, maybe a bit further. Yeah. Maybe there. Right, and then we've got big spike coming up. This will go off the top of my page now. A few more room, you can just bring it to a point. And then it comes back in, down here and down into his head like so. Then we've one behind this here. Again, it just goes to a point up off the top of my page. 2 more in here. It goes out, up, this should go, yeah, to about there, and then back in towards his head. Another one there. Back out and down. Right, and then another one sticks out from the front of his head here. Like so. Then goes up and in. Like that. So there are basic shapes. And when he's in this form, right, he's got gray and it goes around each hair spike around the edge, right? So it's not fully silver. So we just have these lines just to show us where we have to color gray, okay? This is optional, of course. And then you keep going all the way around. You could just do this with color if you wanted, like so. And then this goes up, down, up to there. Another one on this side. Up, down to there, and then here. And on this as well, all around these hair spikes too. I think that Sharpie's wasting. And then some coming around this round part of his head. All right, did I get all of them? I think I did. So the last thing, you can just add some sort of texture lines in here, right? So on the gray sort of part, right, he'll have some sort of hairlines and things just going up the hair. Not a lot, but you know, just enough that kind of makes it look like, you know, that kind of Super Saiyan sort of hair spikes. Right? And in here's all black, so don't worry if you like go over that area. Right, kind of like that. Right, so moving on, we're going to do his back, right? So it's mostly that blue t-shirt. We're kind of close up on his head. So it's kind of like a blue t-shirt and it's very ripped and tattered and stuff, right? So you can have like a bumpy sort of line. Comes down like that, right? And you can see another sort of neck muscle here. And another, like at the back of his neck. So it comes down here. Like that, and then bumps around the back of his neck, and there's some like hatching lines coming across his neck this way. So big neck muscles, like that. I think there's like a shadow line or something on his face. I'm going to draw this in. I don't know how I feel about this, but we'll do it. He's kind of got this like JoJo line. You know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He's got this kind of line coming down his face there. And it just shows where the shadow is on his face. So not sure how I feel about that. Might keep it, might not. But first impressions are no. So it's just a shadow line. So then rest of his shirt down there. And this has all bumps and folds and things on it. So like this will come down and in there. And another kind of one here. Like this, and then another bump and fold on this side. And you could have like a fold line coming back up that way. Then another bump and fold there. And then like a rip and a tear on this side, right? And then it'll go down like so, and then shoulder real big comes out there real round, right? And you'll have sort of another shoulder line here. I always think Dragon Ball characters' shoulders are kind of like basketballs because they have, you know, these three sort of sections. Right, just ripped and torn that way. And then like another sort of fold line on his shirt going there. Coming up his back this way. And then ripped and torn sleeve on this side. Like so. And what we can see of his shoulder then, just carving down here behind these tears. Can't see as much of this shoulder as this one. And then there's like another sort of bumping line there like that. So on him then, he's got like these scratch marks from his fight with Jiren. You know, this kind of stuff. And you can put as much of this on him as you want. I don't know how I feel about that. Might keep it, don't know. Oh, have to make a decision because I got to put scratch marks on his cheek. I'll put the scratch marks here. Scratch marks just here. Don't know. What do you think? Oh, it's a hard one. It's kind of cool, but then it's only supposed to be a shadow, but I think it is drawn in the picture. Yeah, there's a black line there. Oh. I hate when things like this happen. I just don't know what to do. Everyone's just like, shut up. We don't care. Put some scratch marks here as well. Another fold across his back. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I'm going to leave that because I can't make a decision. So when in doubt, leave it. Okay, I think that's everything. That's how to draw Goku Unmastered Ultra Instinct. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.